What's going on, guys? It's Digimon TCG coming to you with another discussion video and a little bit of an update via DigimonCardGame.com. This news is on February 13th, 2023, and I think it's relevant to talk about this, even though it only affects really just a few players in the world. So with that said, let's get into the discussion here. Now, they recently just posted today about the World Championship Finals and the special multi-region match. Now, if you don't know, what's going to happen is after National concludes, the top four do get an invite to participate in this special match. And it is a World Championship Finals match. Now, this means that Japanese versus English versions of the game will be in play, so there are going to be a couple of discrepancies between legal cards that we have and they have, and I'll talk about that in just a few minutes. But basically, these four will be representing. They'll face other countries. I'm not exactly who or what regions are going to be represented here, but that will probably take place right around the nationals, and that's probably going to be like Japanese format, maybe Oceania, Europe, those kind of matches. And let's get into the statistics about it, and we'll talk about pricing afterwards. So let's get into it. So we have the event schedule is going to be on March 11th, 12th, and 18th. We knew this already. And then we have event format, best of 3, 90 minutes, 10 minutes overtime. This is a kind of a big deal, honestly, in that little bit of information. Making it 90 minutes with 10 minutes overtime basically means that you cannot win via a technicality or win in time. You cannot basically push your opponent to via whatever your kind of deck you're running, yellow hybrid, security control, and none of that is basically going to be able to push you to time. So you do have to play the full 3 out, most likely. I doubt that a player would let it go if someone else was slow playing, but it depends, I guess, on what kind of judges they're going to have. Then we have our legal cards, and this is pretty important to talk about. I'll talk about the illegal cards first, actually. Cards banned as of February 1st, 2023 is regarding the ban list, and this includes stuff like the Doro Greymon, Cross 4. Those cards are going to be hit to 1, or, they were hit to 1, and so they are going to still be in effect via this. Now, anything comes out after Nationals, we get another ban list that's this date, will not play into those things. So we may have a different format via the rest of us, minus a few players who play in this event. But one thing I wanted to mention is looking at the legal cards. We have basically BT 1 through 11, which is going to be the set that's released this week. Then we have starter deck 1 through 13, and I think 13 is the Mastamon starter deck, so everything up to the starter deck, that means the Beelzemon deck is not allowed. EX1 to EX3 will be allowed as well as promo 1 through 77. Now, I do want to take a detour over here and just quickly look at DigimonCard.dev, and do you notice something? When you go to this is promo 77 Wizardmon, so that means everything before this is legal. That includes the security rookies, and all these security rookies are cards that we don't have in the TCG for the United States or North America. So these ones over here are relevant because some of these actually they're played. Like, the Japanese players play these in their Alphamon decks or whatnot, or whatever kind of decks they're running. Impmon decks or Beelzemon decks, some of these obviously may not be used just in general, but the security rookies are important, and it is something to mention that they actually will be legal for the event, and that means that the Japanese format will have these in play, while the US or North American format, or other formats as well, do not have it in play. That's a little bit of an interesting concept to throw around, because if you're looking at keeping everything completely fair, it's kind of like, since they have their cards before we do they have to go back a little bit, and they have to say, okay, by the way, these security rookies are not legal, and everything else is legal. But if you guys don't have it, I'm sorry to say you don't have it. I don't know what Bandai's going to do with that, if they're going to just make a little exception on an extra little asterisks here and just say, like, promos, I don't know what it is, 66 to 71 or something like that, are also not going to be allowed, or under illegal cards maybe. But I don't know what exactly they're going to do. I think that's a little bit of a talking point. But let's go down to the prize list. Now, we have a very short prize list, but something I want to show you here. Notice we have a little bit of a different pricing over here, which is going to be the Doromon World Championship promo card plus a World Championship participation playmat for fourth place, or participation. I guess everyone else who promoted. And then you'll have the third place, the second place, and the first getting a Durugamon, Durugreymon, and Alphamon. This is pretty amazing, honestly. I hope some of my friends who are going to nationals do so well that they end up getting this invite. But we'll see what happens here. We'll go over what they look like too, which is pretty interesting. So here we have the Championship 2022. I don't know if this is different from the other one. I didn't really check if there's too much difference. But yeah, we have the Doromon here. We have the Darugamon here. I don't know if they're like a color difference or something, but the ones that we know for sure are different are the Durogreymon. Now, this looks amazing, personally. I love this design. I love it being like completely white and gray and black, and just having that like second place. Like, I don't mind like if I got second place and got this card. Of course, I would want first place because you do get this. This is pretty sick over here. I really freaking love this card. Wow. I mean, the design, this is taken from my favorite design for the back, which was like from, I think, BT2, where they had like a little bit of like a computer chip looking thing. I hope they do mention like, say, like first place, second place on these cards or something like that. I don't know for certain if they're gonna do that, but you know, this is going to be a very expensive card when this finishes up. So that's just something to keep in mind. And then of course the participation, you get this mat. Now I think this is what, personally, I'm upset that I won't have a chance to get this mat. Where, you know, I guess the other chance would be buying it, so, or something like that. But I don't really like to do that. If I like to earn it and just keep whatever I earn. So yeah, we have Agumon, we have Gabumon, we have the two. We have, I think, that is their you know, sibling. I forgot this one. Tokamon, not Tokamon. Oh my god, I'm blanking on the eggs names. But yeah, those ones over there, that's what you get. Now, I do want to go down a little bit further because there is actually another thing. There is a special multi-region match that's going to happen on the 19th. It's going to be a best-of-1 games, which is following the Japanese format. And then you do get a new something over here, which is a multi-region match art here. And this is just saying special match, so it says Championship 2022 special match, which is kind of cool. They don't really put any other things up here. I think you just enter into it and you can play other regions and stuff like that. So that might be something that they get. I think it might. I mean, I don't know really if it's the same or different. It's still a little confusing to me. But and then they'll have the rules here. Essentially, when we get closer to the date. But this is exciting, honestly. I'm pretty happy that Bandai is listening to the players. I'm a little concerned about the promos, but you know, it is what it is, and we'll see where it goes from there. But with that said, what do you guys think? I don't want to spend too much more time on this. I was just wanted to kind of just go over this news. I think it's important to let some people know what is happening. So that's something to keep in mind. And that's it. Thank you for watching.